Hello, back again to do another unboxing and review. Today we're going to look at this item that I just got in. I had it imported and it comes from a company called GoBiggeR. What it is, it's a transforming hand gyro. And if you're not familiar with the term hand gyro, I can use some other terms maybe to help you out. Some people call them spinning decompression aid. Others simply refer to them as those things that I monkey around with while I'm trying to figure out the next big idea. Kind of helps me focus. But there was another term that we were using about 5 years ago, and everyone was talking about them or had one. What were they called? Oh yeah, fidget spinner. Now, whoa, before you leave the video or go down to the comments to type in something like 2017 called It Wants Its Toys Back, let me explain. These things, which were everywhere, and some people loved them, others hated them, but you have to understand, these, I like to kind of like make a comparison. These would be like your fast food, and the things that, one of the examples we're going to look at here is more like going out to a fine dining restaurant. And yes, the prices also work with that analogy. So yes, these are going to cost you, but you'll determine if you think it's worth it. But that's a little further in the video. So now, before you're wondering, okay, what's in that white box? So I'll show you some pictures from the manufacturer's literature, and it'll also give you kind of a sneak peek before we actually go and do the unboxing of the one that I chose. So here we go. To start off with, let's talk about the colors they come in. So there are the 6 colors to start with, so I'll put those up. And now you can get more than just all one color. You can kind of mix the colors. And these next pictures are going to kind of give you an idea about that transformation I mentioned earlier. So here's the next 6 options. And you can also get those same colors but inverted. So the one that was, like, say, green and black, you can also get as black and green. So that gives you more variation there. So just with that, we have an option of 6 and 6. We have 18 different options there. But wait, there's more. The other options you can get are where the petals alternate colors, so it's not just all purple petals, but you can get like purple, red, purple, red, purple, red going around. You can also get more color combinations with just 2, but there are other combinations that you didn't see before. So, maybe now it's not just green and black, but now there's a purple and black, or you get the idea. So that adds even more. And then there's also one that, of course, there's a rainbow one, right? Every petal is a different color. So there you go. Now let's talk about pricing. So for the single color ones, these start for what I'm seeing, readily available. If you just go online and pick them up, the single color ones are going to cost you $129. The multicolor ones, you're looking at about $139, and they can go as high as $199, and that's just going to be about availability and who you go through. Also notice there are some other attachments you can get. You can remove the center cap and attach a shaft and then kind of make them like tops. Or I've seen people put a one on either end, so it's like 2 fidget spinners connected by a shaft, and you can twirl the shaft when your fingers as the fidget spinners are spinning, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so there's even more accessories that can be had. Okay, so enough with that. Let's actually get to the unboxing. Alright, so you may have noticed we skipped the part of the video where I go around the box and look at what's written and how it's packaged and all that. And that's just because this is how I received it. All these were wrapped. This was bubble wrapped separate, and these guys were in an envelope, and then all that was included in one mailer. So I'm not sure if that's how they're all sent, or if there's actually like a retail where this has a sleeve on it or something like in an actual physical store. I can't be certain. So, but what I can say, this box is really sturdy, and it's real nice, and there's nothing jiggle-jaggling around in there, so it seems really well packed. And then these are items. Now, I would assume these are included, but they may have been like a bonus. I'm not sure. But you can see here we have a screwdriver, and then there are, if it's coming up, there seems to be like 3 of those screws there at the end. Here we have some extra ball bearings. It appears we have 6 there. And then this is actually labeled as a free gift, and it's a kind of a little pouch for the spinner. So I will say that these These, especially this, are very nicely wrapped. This actually looks like it's vacuum sealed. So, yeah, okay, excellent. But now let's go and actually look at the main item here. So, pull it up. You have this real nice dense foam. You can, so that's why it's not shaking around in there. Okay, and then take off the cover. There it is. And yes, that is the color I ordered. I would like to take this time to tell you that the seller went ahead and took a picture of this prior to actually sending it. So yeah, that's a step above what most sellers do. So okay, now I'm going to take them out of here. Or just maybe drop them out. Okay, so on the back, there's another foam pad. Taking packing serious here. I like it. And then here's just an idea of padding on the side. Okay. And I guess we just pop them out here. Whoa. Yeah, this has some heft to it. Let me zoom in. Wow. Just a light spin. That, keep in mind, was just a very light spin. You can see it's just going on and on and on. Okay, now though, we want to see the transformation, right? So let's figure out the way the petals open up. I'll open up one so you can just see it. Okay, now give a spin. This should flow this way, right? So, okay, that was a medium spin. Petals are still closed, so it looks like I'm gonna really have to give this a spin to get it to go. All right, I'll try it. There we are. Slow it down a little with my finger. That was cool. All right, let me go ahead and see if I can maybe not spin it so long so we can just see that closing part again. So there goes the open. I'll slow it down with my finger to almost. And it's cool because they don't all just close at the same time. They kind of go all the way around in a spiral. That's cool. Alright, so I've had a chance to play with this for about a day now, and I just wanted to go ahead and tell you some things I've learned. So first, let's talk about how each one of these pedals is important to the overall spinning experience of the device here. So if you were to open one of these and just leave it open and then start spinning it, you would actually feel how this thing feels off balance. So it just goes further to prove that each one of these does have an effect the hole. Okay. The other thing is that I was going to show you how these pedals actually work, or shields, wings, fins, whatever you want to call them. So if you open this up and look in there, you see that silver circle? That's actually a magnet, and that's what holds it closed. So when you hear that click, that's the magnet engaging. So now we know how it transforms. When the amount of spin overpowers, or the amount of spin causes these to want to fly open, when that force exceeds the magnetic attraction, the wings or fins open up, and there you go, it transforms. Alright, so now let's talk about just kind of like what it is to like kind of have this on the desk and play with it. So how I've been doing it, besides the typical obviously spinning it, I've also found it's kind of fun to use it like a wheel and just roll it up and down. I'm here, obviously I'm doing it in my arm, you can do it in other parts of your body. And it does actually have a little sensation as each one of these rolls by. So you can kind of use it kind of like a little massager or whatever. So anyways, I've been doing that and kind of having a little fun with that. But I think this is a good time to kind of show a size comparison to the stereotypical fidget spinner here. So I'll go ahead and put the fidget spinner in the back of it and kind of do, there you go. So you can kind of see the size difference there. Hold it closer so you can see. Yep. Okay. So now let's go ahead and talk about, well, the difference in use of these two. So this one here I found is still, and well, not just this one, but the ones shaped like such, and also the ones that are made more of metal, of course more momentum, right? If you get one of these made of metal, I find this one to be more fun to use as actually, I don't know, active. So we'll say throwing it up, doing tricks, catching it, spinning it on different parts of your body and whatnot. This one does seem to be better for that. I think it's just because the weight is more out towards the ends, as where this one, all the weight is really centered in the middle. Even when these fins open up, the majority of the weight, again, is still in the middle. So when you rotate this out of, okay, so we'll call this the flat plane. When you start moving it into different planes like such, you don't feel as much of you don't feel that feedback in your wrist as opposed to this. As soon as you move this out of the flat plane, you can immediately feel. Alright, so conclusion, would I recommend getting one of these? I'm going to say it definitely depends on what you're looking for. The price point is kind of up there, so that might be an immediate yes or no for some people. However, I think this is a better suited for actually a desk toy. So if you have this sitting on your desk, I think not only will probably get a lot of compliments, but again, it just doesn't have the stigma that something like this does. So now you might not care about that. So in that case, what one would you get? This one is for if you're more just sitting down, we'll call it sedative fidgeting, then definitely this. If, however, you're going to be more active and actually doing tricks and whatnot, then this is the way to go. This here does not do tricks very well. It really honestly just feels like a really heavy ball. So there you go. You don't get the same effects as described earlier as you do when you're spinning something like this. So there you have it.